So we are live with a gentleman. We are live with a gentleman that is in San Francisco, right at the Uber HQ. He was actually just talking to a police officer. I'm going to introduce you to him just now. His name is Keith, and he's an active rideshare and food delivery driver. He has over 18,000 rides with Uber and Lyft, plus a year's worth of driving experience for GetUpside. What you're hearing in the background is actually the people at the Uber caravan in San Francisco. So in case you hear the sounds, that's what it is. There he exclusively drove for Cal Optima Medical Health insurance patients to and from their doctor's appointments with GetUpside. Keith is not currently driving for any of the companies right now. He stopped driving in March, like many other smart drivers, when COVID pandemic arrived in March. Now he is campaigning and advocating for the No on Prop 22 campaign. He is working phone banks, awesome, and driving in caravans with Rideshare Drivers United, RDU, and Gig Workers Rising, fantastic. And he is one of the original founders of the Robin Hood Nation. And we've had Robin Hood live on the show in the last 2 days. We're going to have them right up to the elections. Great topics. I hope you listen in daily. Keith is one of the drivers that rode from San Diego to San Francisco over the past 2 days. That's absolutely amazing. Super proud of him there. They are at Uber office for the rally right now. And good morning, Keith. How's it going over there at the HQ? Say hi to Dara for me.
Good morning, Torsten, and quick correction, we are in the front of Lyft.
Oh, you're in the front of Lyft.
Berry Street. We're going to hit Lyft first, and we're going to hit Uber second.
I love it. So if you see Logan Green or John Zimmer, you tell them the rideshare professor is thinking about them.
I imagine they are hunkered down in their little bubble.
Scared.
The police, the cars are here. We're all reinforced. We've all got green shirts that identify us. And I'll be waving another flag that I had on my car with the No on 22 and Rideshare Drivers United logo.
Yeah.
And we're going to march to the corner where the actual traffic is.
Cool.
And say, honk if you're No on 22. So we're countering Uber's $200 million war chest to put what I think is propaganda. I'm on Torsten. You can say hi. I'm on Torsten, the rideshare professor, right?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good to...
Here. Hello, go ahead. Say it again, Torsten.
Good. Hi, everyone. Thank you. We love you. We support you. Thank you. Thank you, drivers, for being there at the HQ. Fantastic. Fantastic work.
Hi, this is Tammy Jean Lane. I'm with Rideshare Drivers United.
Tammy.
Thank you for getting the word out.
Absolutely, whatever we can do, right? We've got to fight that 180 million war chest.
Yes, of course.
Good.
We need more drivers. We need more drivers to join us.
Well, here's the cool thing, Tammy. I mean, you're out there on the streets doing the real thing, right? The drivers that are driving by San Francisco, they're seeing what you guys are doing, right? The media is there. You're getting a lot of coverage. And I mean, you're getting so much good advertising countering this silly campaign where they're trying to buy voters. So, Tammy, in my eyes, you're a hero. You're a hero.
Thank you. They've even bought other sponsors that sold them their Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
People aren't really reading the proposition and all the scary things that are hidden inside, like a 7/8 vote to overturn.
Exactly.
120% of minimum wage. Well, that's time if you're actually doing something. So if you're doing something for 20 minutes, that's about $5 for that whole hour.
Yeah. Hey, wonderful. $5 will get you far.
Yeah. Flexibility is a misnomer, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy.
Put some flags together so we can wave them.
Absolutely.
I wish you were here with us.
I broke my leg. Trust me, if my leg wasn't broken, I'd be there.
I heard about
I'd be
that.
there.
So I hope it heals out soon.
You guys rock. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
You too, Tammy. So, Keith, Dave, the legend, man. You're all over the map. You started off in San Diego. You went all the way up to San Francisco, Dave?
All the way, yes.
Guys.
I heard that there's the grapevine that Mothers Against Drunk Driving, all they got was $50,000 donation.
They must be desperate if they buy that vote. And the NAACP...
Yeah, they sold themselves. It's unbelievable. But, we're over here. There's a lot of drivers. I'm really surprised at the turnout.
And awesome. We're not actors. We're real drivers.
The real deal, baby. The real deal. Oh, yeah. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Dave's channel, Dave the Uber Slave, he's like the editing pro. I've learned so much from him. He's hardcore. He's in there. I mean, we drove to San Francisco together. He shows up. He's the real deal. The real deal, folks, as is Keith and Robin Hood.
Thanks, Thorsten.
Awesome. Dave, have fun and get us a lot of good coverage there.
I will, for sure.
Drive safe, buddy.
All right, bye.
Cool. So, Keith, I had a question. How is the RDU caravan for No on 22 going? By the sounds of things, there's a lot of people that showed up, right?
Yeah, it's always tricky. All the way back to 3 years ago when I joined my first protest at LAX at the In and Out on Sepulveda, it's really tricky because you can divide drivers into two categories. Drivers that will take a day off and protest for the future of us and this business, and drivers that won't because they desperately need the money and they see an opportunity to go get our rides.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
I don't know what the actual head count is yet because there's no such thing. Drivers just show up.
Okay, good, excellent. And by the way, Keith, what motivated you to take such an active and time-consuming effort into the campaign against Proposition 22?
Now, ask that one more time.
Sure, sorry. I said, what motivated you to take such an active and time-consuming effort into campaigning against Prop 22?
Yeah, that's a good question, Thorsten. My reason I'm here is rather altruistic because I'm 66.
Wow.
I have driven Uber, Lyft, and Vail for 4 years. Racked up over 18,570 rides. So I'm as a 66-year-old, I'm at the brink of retiring, and because of the pandemic, I have. But for the future of drivers, not just for Uber and Lyft, but for the gig economy, if Uber is able to get away with declaring employees as independent contractors and not paying taxes, not paying into the system, including unemployment, not paying minimum wage, or allowing us other benefits that are required by labor law, then other companies will follow suit, and you can say goodbye to the middle class.
Exactly.
Companies like Uber and Walmart are chipping away. We just happen to be Uber drivers, but it's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is indeed. When did the whole thing there at Lyft start? I mean, when did they start gathering there?
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a gentleman on the phone. Hey, if you would do me a favor, I've got Thorsten the rideshare professor, and he wants some information as far as when we organize this and how many. He's live. He's on. We're on.
Interesting. Howdy. This is Tyler, one of the organizers with Rideshare Drivers United. How you doing?
Excellent, Tyler. Thank you. Our true heroes, boots on the ground. Love you guys. So you guys, tell us a little bit about the caravan that you guys organized. Where did you start, and how did it go?
Oh yeah, so it started in San Diego yesterday morning. So it started with an event emceed by Lorena Gonzalez, the California Assemblywoman who created AB 5, which kind of kickstarted this controversy. We started that at 6 o'clock yesterday, and our caravan moved through the whole state of California, stopping in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, and Fresno, and now we're here in front of the Lyft building.
Yeah.
Here in San Francisco, California.
Cool.
With what looks like about a hair short or of about 100 drivers from all over the state of California here.
Fantastic.
We're just waiting for more and more folks to kind of climb in with us, and then when we're ready to go around 11:45 noon, we're going to drive the whole convoy up in front of the Uber building on Mission Street.
Awesome.
And really make our final appeal to California voters that the choice is clear. It's either they're going to side with the companies as they try to buy their own labor law,
yes,
or they're going to side with drivers who are fighting for their own self-determination and the right to make a decent living for fair work.
And you guys have done such a remarkable job on getting that message out crystal clear. I mean, the effort, the hours, the miles you guys have put into it. I mean, every driver should send you a big box of chocolates as a thank you. Seriously, this is unbelievable.
Well, we're glad that we're making an impact. Like, a lot of these folks have put in a lot of miles. I know that I started in San Diego, so about 500 miles just on this trip, and I live in LA, so it'll be almost 1,000 miles on the whole trip.
Wow, that's amazing. Keep up the great work. I'll check in with you guys later. I'll switch over to Keith. Thank you so much for that update. And then your website, if you could give your website a shout out.
Absolutely. Folks can learn more at drivers-united.org.
Drivers-united.org. Fantastic. Keep the good work going. So, Keith, are you there?
Thanks, man. Take care. Hey, Torsten. How you doing, man?
Cool. So, Keith, I heard... Who's that?
That would be a guy with a bullhorn, and he's in our group, too. We have two groups. We have the Mobile Workers Alliance.
Yes.
We have Rideshare Drivers United.
Yes.
We have group workers. So we have multiple factions, all with the same goal. And because a little known fact, but Uber has required us contractually to not form a union.
Okay.
So as a result, we're being deprived literally by agreement. We're being deprived of a basic labor right is to union and to coalesce. And Uber won't let us, so this is what you get.
This is what you get.
Drivers just showing up and protesting.
And now tell me, did you see any people with cameras or microphones running around, any TV trucks?
Yeah, I'm walking to the corner right now, so I am on 3rd Street and the other street, and I'm looking for camera crews. We've got hey, you guys, hey, gentlemen, I'm live with Torsten, the rideshare professor. You guys are a driving billboard. This guy is a blogger. He's live.
Awesome.
Are you guys considered a news crew, or are you in support? What are you guys?
So we just pretty much go ahead and support the local campaign. Obviously, and Lyft. So we are trying to help out the cause, trying to cause fast. You know, a lot of people are not gonna pay attention to the cars. A lot of people are not gonna pay attention to the posters.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that both posters and both cars were noticeable with a big LED media truck.
Who pays for you?
So we're through a nonprofit organization.
All right.
We're honestly just helping out the cause.
Right on. Right on.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Media. Do you know about media? Will you be driving to where the media is?
sir. We're driving from here. We're driving all the corporation.
Okay.
And then we're going to still support the rally for another 2 hours. We show them all the way from LA.
I saw you. I started in San Diego. I saw you in Bakersfield, LA. I got pictures of you.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'll take it. Go ahead.
Fantastic. So they putting in the hours. They have a big sign there. Tell them a huge thank you.
Yeah.
So-
I think that's what I just said is. So basically, I'm now at the corner, and right now we've just got a lot of bodies, a lot of horn honking. There's a bunch of us in front of Lyft's corporate office.
Cool.
There you can look out the window right now, and they can see us. They
Awesome.
know we're here.
Just wave at Logan Green and John Zimmer. Tell them we're coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did give them the Italian salute. No,
So
I'm kidding.
awesome. So hey, Keith, I heard you have known several of the other Robin Hood Nation guys for years. How did you guys meet, and how did you end up starting Robin Hood Nation with them?
I'm going to give credit to Mark Sonano, and we originally met at a Lyft driver appreciation. So
Okay.
early on, all of us drivers were not only doing the best to support the company and build the company, assuming in good faith that they would return the favor. And this is where it resulted. This is where we're at now, is when they fail, when they continue to reduce the fare, which ultimately reduces our earnings, and that could be up to 20% a year. Each year, January 1st, we would start the day driving.
Okay.
Earning 20% less. That is where we're at right now and why we're here.
So you guys met during that 180 days of change, right?
We did. We had 180 days of change. That's when Dara assumed the reins as CEO of Uber. And after the board of directors had Travis Kalanick, the CEO founder of Uber, we had him stand down. He was detrimental in a lot of what he was doing regarding the drivers and females at the corporate office. Susan Fowler wrote a 300-page blog calling Uber corporate office the culture there like the movie Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is who we're dealing with is individuals who really are megalomaniacs.
Yeah.
And they're egomaniacs. They're really just going after just money and power.
Money and greed.
It's the American way. There's nothing wrong with that, but not at the cost of your employees.
Yeah, there's such a rift between the employees, the drivers, and the company. I mean, it's like there's two different worlds, worlds apart.
Exactly. There's a balance. There's a way to strike a balance.
I agree.
And even if the companies like Google have proven that if you take good care of your employees, you'll maintain a high level of productivity and loyalty. Uber early on says we'll get that productivity by signing bonuses.
Yeah, Dara didn't go for those lessons. He missed out on those, and it's the churn and burn. I mean, he burns through so many workers, just replacing one with the other. There are no bridges. He's burnt down all the bridges, sadly. Now, so here's a question, right? The yes on 22 ads, you see them all over, right? And the claims that they make, that most rideshare drivers want to be independent contractors. What do you think about those ads?
In all fairness, and trying to be as accurate as possible, there are two types of drivers. Once again, there are drivers like myself that drive full time. And This is my job. This is how I support myself. And there are other drivers that drive part-time. And those people that drive part-time often have a day job to provide them with benefits. So they're all about flexibility. They're doing this for additional income.
Right.
And they'll still be able to as an employee, because you can work part-time at Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
So they just don't get it because, unfortunately, they're so busy driving and trying to support themselves with 2 or 3 or 4 jobs that they don't realize the nuance and the slippery slope and where they're headed if Uber's allowed to do what they're doing.
Exactly. And I mean, if you look at those paid ads by Uber and Lyft, they run them day and night. Them coming out with their own surveys, they basically say, this is what drivers want 4 to 1. This is, those are their own surveys, their own numbers. This is what they spoon feeding drivers, right?
Yeah, you know what? Here's a litmus test for you, Thorsten, from what I hear, and that is that Uber was having such a difficult time actually getting real drivers like myself, who they've actually awarded as rider preferred. And they can't, so what they've done is hire actors, like that old man in the window, looking really sad. He's an actor. Yeah,
they're all actors, paid actors, exactly.
So you can imagine, say you're an individual, a war veteran, and you're in a wheelchair, and Hollywood wants somebody portraying, and they hire an ambulatory man in a wheelchair to play the part of somebody in a wheelchair.
Exactly. And I don't think, I think the more we educate the 30 million plus Californians, the more they will see that this $180, $200 million already campaign is just trying to trick them in to buy their vote. And it's it's just all smoke and mirrors. So I have a lot of faith that no on 22 will prevail, but we got to keep on doing things like you're doing right now. You're showing up, you're active, you're doing it, right? So in all your time driving, and I mean, you've done 18,000 trips. Did you ever feel like an independent contractor? Maybe in the early days, Why or why not?
What I would tell people, even where I live in a retirement community, and people say, hey, can we use you to go to the airport? I'd say, only if you leave at 4 in the morning. I start my day at 4 a.m. because you have to hustle to make money. You have to drive when other drivers won't when there's the demand. And that means I have 4 kids. I drove on Father's Day.
Wow.
That's how it is, Torsten.
Yeah.
And I have no complaints. I knew what I was doing, and I chose to do it.
Yeah.
So all those people that say, well, you didn't have to. No, I didn't have to, unless I wanted to earn money.
Right, exactly.
Then, yeah, you make sacrifices. But I also tell people that to give you an idea about how we're not independent, because we turn on that app, and then we service that app, and at any time after each ride we're rated, Uber can deactivate/fire us. They set the rates, they set the fare, the riders rate us, and any given ride, I'm always one ride away from Las Vegas.
Right.
Some people go to Las Vegas, I don't have to drive them, but then my rating goes down if I cancel.
Correct.
So you couldn't get more like an employee, because I'm literally servicing Uber. I have their signage in my car. The public knows my make, model, year.
Yeah.
And then, and then they rate me. So, yeah, technically, and because the difference between independent contractor and employee, W-2 employee, not only does it hurt the driver, it hurts the public. California has estimated that Uber alone owes more than $400 and $400 million in unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that because I'm on unemployment right now with PUA, pandemic unemployment insurance.
Yes.
The people of California
are paying for that. They're funding that. That's the $413 billion.
They're subsidizing Uber's behavior.
Correct. Californians need to know that the $413 million that they did not pay into the fund, Californians are picking up that tab. So that's one massive, massive reason to vote no on 22. Don't be fooled, right? Don't eat the baby food that Uber and Lyft are feeding you. Now, so back to this independent contractor, Keith. When I engage on this yes or no argument with a lot of drivers in my different streams or YouTube channels, they say, we want to remain independent contractors. I want to remind drivers that you are not an independent contractor when you're on the Uber and Lyft platform. Independent contractors work very, very differently. They set their own rates. They can decline trips. And, you basically what Keith told you pretty much slaving away to their algorithm, right? You're controlled by Uber and Lyft. So
you're absolutely right, Torsten. And the proof of the pudding is that for 5 years, this has been this debate. This isn't brand new. This has been going on for some time as Uber went from a startup in San Francisco as simply a app-based alternative to the taxis.
Exactly.
And now it's global. Now
I hear the honking.
Yeah, that's right on. Now it's in 600 countries. I'm sorry, 60 countries, 600 cities. It's global, and it needs to behave as such. And the fact is that California, being the canary in the coal mine, as we usually all are, with the 40 million people here in our state, had this question put before them all the way to the Supreme Court in California, ruled that we are employees. This is based on a judicial rendering, and that created AB 5, Assembly Bill 5, which went into effect January 1st of this year. Uber, being rogue as they are, ignored it. They did not change their app to define us as W-2 employees. The Attorney General went after them, and that's where we're at. Everything is suspended till the election. So Uber has shown total disregard for the drivers, for California, the state, and taxes, and the citizens. The only beneficiary at this time, sadly, are the riders. Riders love having Uber as a service. They don't know the cost.
Hey, and Keith, I was reading. You actually worked for Vio for a while, right? What was that like? Was it really?
I did, and it's the company's name is Vio. They're a third party that provides specialized transportation. So they are rideshare for the medical, and that would be CalOptima in Orange County.
Okay.
CalOptima is an insurance company that covers low-income people Medicare.
Okay, and then
so I did that because as a specialized company, they offered me, the driver, double what Uber was paying.
Really?
So for 2019, I drove 3,300 people. I was their number one driver.
Wow.
So once again, that's what we are all faced. As much as we want to be loyal and serve the community, and then I did Uber and Lyft on the weekends. Okay. We can't. We are at a point where the margins are so slim.
Yeah. And money wise, you said it was double what you made at Uber and Lyft?
Yeah, Vail paid double. So if I was getting 60 cents a mile, I was getting $1.20 a mile with Vail.
Are they still around?
They are. They're in the city of Orange, and they're located in Santa Ana, their headquarters.
Oh, fantastic. Cool.
Off of Park Center and 4th Street.
And that is VEYO, right?
It's actually VEYO, Vail.
Vail. Okay, Vail. Yes, exactly. So the people there, I mean, there's a lot of people are driving by and honking, I can hear, in support. If the banners are out, I mean, you're making a lot of noise there. That's good.
Yeah, that's the goal really is to draw attention because I think there are 14 propositions on the ballot.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, Torsten, but, if I had the time to sit down and read them all, and even then they're confusing, but yes or no, I think the California voter often is overwhelmed.
So, Keith,
what we're trying to do is educate.
Keith, I can tell you, like you do, I have really studied and read every proposition, right? Who paid for it? What is the intention? Let me just briefly walk you through how I voted, and I'm just putting this out there for the people that are live in the stream or for Californians, right? Because I've truly taken the time and have broken down every single proposition. So on proposition 4,
I'm talking to a driver. I'm live on a blog. I've got Torsten the Rideshare. What do you want to say to him? Right. There you go, Torsten. That's the driver right there.
Wonderful. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Fantastic work. Cool.
Anything else I can do before I go on the front line and start honking?
Cool. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to, so Proposition 14, yes. Proposition 15, yes. Proposition 16, yes. Proposition 17, yes. Proposition 18, yes. Proposition 19, yes. Proposition 20, no. Proposition 21.
Okay, 20 to no. Got it.
Yeah. Proposition 21, yes. Proposition 22, no. Proposition 23, yes. Proposition 24 is neutral. You can go both ways. And Proposition 25, yes. So that's how I voted. Now, any sort of closing thoughts that you guys are going to head over to Uber? When do you think you're going to head over to the Uber HQ?
We're going to be here for 2 hours, and then the media coverage starts over there. So we'll be there by 1 o'clock and spend the rest of the afternoon. And then the rest of the party will meander home. I'm going to remain up here. I've got some family. I'm going to go visit wine country.
Nice.
But why not? And so in addition, that way you can't say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, Torsten.
No, you're drinking real good California wine instead of the Kool-Aid. Hey, I have a question. Could you, or I have a request. Could you send me a couple of pictures that you take at the Lyft HQ and the Uber HQ later on, so I can make another video out of that? And with
I will. I have several. So I will go ahead, including the San Francisco skyline. But I took a picture of that truck, the guys we talked to, the mobile truck.
Nice.
So I have a whole bunch of stuff. I'll kick you, and then you decide how to use it. It's all yours.
Yeah, I want to give all those people a shout out. So all the people that showed up with the different names, banners in support of no, I do want to give them a shout out and a thank you. So whatever pictures you can get at Lyft and Uber, I'd be super grateful for, and I'm extremely grateful for your time. Your clear message on this, and the fact that you actually drove from San Diego to San Francisco joining the caravan, because he stands for something and he completely deserves a good glass of Cabernet or Merlot later on. You really do.
Hey, in closing, I just want to let your people know just how committed I am. I drive a hydrogen fuel car.
Wow.
I traded in my Prius because it had 256,000 miles.
Wow.
I had to put a new engine at Toyota of Orange. 5,000. I had to put another engine in. That gives you an idea of what the costs are and what we absorb. So I finally, pandemic, retired. I got a hydrogen fuel car, and in Bakersfield, I was unable to get hydrogen, and I had to be towed from Bakersfield to Coalinga, 101 miles, to the next station, so I could fill up, get to Fresno, and then get here this morning. That's how committed I am.
Wow. And how long did that sort of recharge take when you had to sort of
Well, once I get to a hydrogen fuel station, it takes me about 5, like even this morning from Fresno to Campbell, the city of Campbell, San Jose, it's about 53 miles. I have to know exactly distance, because of the hydrogen. When you're out, you're out. You can't call AAA.
Wow.
And so I got to Campbell, and the pump wasn't working. Now, the good news is the people that own the pump connect to us. They're connected Wi-Fi. The guy did what's called a soft reset, and he got it going again.
Wow.
So then I got hydrogen, but I just wanted to illustrate it's the cleanest car on the planet, 0 emissions, but I do want to illustrate my commitment. That's how serious I am. I didn't go home. I actually have my car towed from Bakersfield, where there are no hydrogen, Bakersfield to Coalinga, 101 miles I was towed.
Wow.
I'm going to send you that picture.
Please.
I took a picture of my car on the tow truck.
Oh, fantastic. That's fantastic. Cool. Okay, dude, you drive safe and then send us those pictures. We'll make another video. I appreciate your time, Keith, and it was wonderful.
Thank you, Torsten.
Thank you. It was wonderful having you on my show. Thank you so much.
It was good. It was good talking to you. I'll kick you those pictures, and we'll talk later.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one. Drive safe. Be safe. Bye. Bye. So, real driver, 18,000 trips, really made his point loud and clear. We've got Arch Time Gamer in the house, got Jimmy in the house, got David Hunt in the house, got Johnny Be Good. Johnny Be Good tonight. He says, I'm voting no, but what happens if 22 doesn't pass? Do they just shut off all of a sudden? Look, I mean, if no on 22 doesn't pass, what it really means is you're just going back in your earnings. And what I think is going to happen, Uber doesn't mind replacing driver after driver. There's plenty of new people coming through the pipeline. They have that churn and burn mentality. And they will find the drivers that will work for peanuts. I mean, they will find drivers that will work for 30 cents per mile and $5.65 minimum. But the people that were used to making money 2019 and even more now during the pandemic with a multiplier, they will be gone. So what I foresee here is that the people voting yes on 22 come November or January will be setting up plan B and plan C and transitioning to other companies. That is what I see, right? And Uber is always going to get the desperados that'll work for nothing, right? I mean, just think of it. These are numbers. I'm not making this shit up, right? These are numbers that Uber and Lyft have put out. 30 cents a mile, right? And 120% of California minimum wage only, listen up again, only for active driving hours, not for downtime, not for refueling, not for your stretches, your stops, your rests, your waiting time, the food, drive through wherever you go. You don't get paid for all of that anymore. You're making basically $5.65 per hour and 30 cents per mile. If you want to work for that, go for it. I am not going to stop you. But here's what I do foresee is that a lot of those people will transition out to other jobs. David Hunt says, I quit driving at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm not going back. Good for you. Rashim Allen's in the house. Nice to see you. Most passengers I talk to are confused on what's best for the driver. And that's really the goal of the 180 million. Yeah, they've done a great job on confusing drivers, Rashim. You're absolutely right about that. But when you have a proposition on the ballot that is paid for by a company, that's red flag always. If Big Tobacco puts $106 million into a campaign, if Big Oil puts $100 million into a campaign, if pharmaceutical companies put $96 million, these are real numbers that companies have run in the past to get their proposition right. You got to always ask yourself who paid for it, and what is their end goal, right? And that is to get through their agenda, not your agenda. So, it's really, really, really tough convincing a person that's going to vote yes on 22 because they've been spoon-fed. They eat the baby food. They like it. They hear the ads. But my big worry is the average Californian who sees this ad running over and over again. Those are the people that we are connecting with, even today in San Francisco with all of these rallies. Now, I do want to give a shout out. I hear that Harry Campbell is now switching from no to yes on 22. Now, Harry, I respect him for what he's built out there, but anyone that's flip-flopping, first no and now yes, I question, was there money involved? I know that the NAACP got paid $1.2 million. Is there money involved when a person switches from no to yes? Was he paid, right? And I want Harry to be 100% forthright. Did you receive money from Uber and Lyft to change from no to yes, right? And I'm going to go through those videos. Now, Kova, shout out. I'm going to give my sponsors a quick shout out here. So Sean says, Tris, ask them, do they get letters from their locals saying they're not going to be able to continue sending their benefits? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Leo Casamenta is in the house. David Dundon, I just want my original 75. Thank you, David. We just want our original 75-25 split back. So Kova, a gig protection plan. You guys have your auto insurance. Some have a commercial insurance. If you have your limo license, you have your medical insurance, like could be Blue Shield, could be Kaiser Permanente. And then you go and get yourself for $7 a month. You go and get yourself a gig protection plan and you get 1 month free, right? In case you get deactivated, you want to make sure you're back in the race. The other one, God forbid. I mean, I had a really bad accident, 3 breaks in my leg. This was not a car accident, but could have easily been a car accident. You also want to make sure that you have good legal representation, LegalRideshare.com. If you have an injury, right? If you have property damage on your car, if you have wage losses while you're in hospital, etc., they kick in. They're the number one in the industry. Another really cool company that I was introduced to that I think many gig workers will be using come November if it's yes on 22, because the yes on 22 voters are going to see that you're not making money with yes on 22. And once you're not making money, right? Once you are not making money, what do? Right? You go out and find places where you make more money, right? I'm not making money on Uber and Lyft anymore. So what do? I go out. I want to make more money elsewhere. You don't want to go backwards in life. You want to go forwards. Forwards means an increase. This is what I was earning. I'm striving for more. And Flip, Hey Flip is going to help you get there, because you can literally upload your profile, your ratings. And that's what employers look at, right? They look at, wow, this guy comes from the service industry, he was an essential worker, has a 5-point rating. You can upload your own video. You got to check out heyflip.com. And they are good friends of mine out of Sydney, Australia, Yasha and his crew that I'm supporting. I want them to do well. And the headline of their website is the resume for casual and frontline workers that gets you hired faster. So a very well-deserved shout out there. Rashim says, hey, Prof, I think I have a dash cam video you might like to see. The guy claimed to work for Lyft, so I hit him with hard questions. Oh, I would love to see that, right? You know, that needs to be put out there on video. Though that type of footage is golden, my friend. So if you have that, anything you have, anything you want to share, any complaint that you have, any monies that you're trying to hunt after that they haven't paid out, Bring your story. I'm a voice for drivers. I stand for the drivers, representing you, right? The gig workers, pushing for better conditions and also showing you how to make more money. If you guys didn't see my video that I made about setting up your own website, I did put my website out there. And as I said, I said, copy all the products that I have at Rideshare Tools. I want you to set up your own website, go to Amazon.com, set up your affiliate program, right? They have a phenomenal, let's see, good, like, so many orders coming in. I ordered from Prime Day, but let's see, where's right at the bottom of the page on Amazon, you can set up your own affiliate, become an affiliate. There it is. So when I put out Rideshare Tools there, I signed up to become an affiliate. You sign up, you join tens of thousands of creators, publishers, and bloggers. You have your own website who are earning with the Amazon Associates program. Recommend, share millions of products with your audience. I'm sharing all the products which I want you to duplicate. Take every single one off my website. Totally cool with that. We have customized link tools for large publishers, individual bloggers, and social media influencers. And you can earn up to 10% in associate commissions from qualifying purchases and programs. So there was, like, for example, I made $20 just by facilitating a very expensive tech product that someone bought through my platform. And that money keeps on trickling in, right? That's a couple of $100 extra per month. Thank you, Amazon. And I wanted to share that with you because as rideshare drivers, as gig workers, when you start seeing your earnings diminish and you still want to continue because you love it, you love your job, right? You love rideshare, you love interacting with people, you love meeting people. I completely get it. You got to think of all the ways you can monetize yourself, right? You could set up video courses. You could set up your affiliate that I've just shown you, right? You could sign up for multiple services, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates. You can get all those codes, Instacart. You can start making videos. You can start doing Facebook posts. You can start tweeting. You can start putting your codes out there and earn referral dollars, right? In this industry here, in the gig industry, I wear the crown proudly. You know, they call me the king of referrals, right? I was easily making $30,000, $40,000 a month with referrals, still make really good money by signing up people, right? So the sad thing is, even though I'm signing up Uber and Lyft drivers that want to try it out, what I notice is that not many stay on board very long, right? They bail out 2 to 4 weeks later. Why? Because you can see if you're doing a few little hours here and there, you're not making money, right? The only way you make money is if you're doing this like almost full time, or you're working peak hours like the weekends, you're driving on Uber and Lyft, and you have your private limo license, and you're starting to recruit private clients away from Uber and Lyft all day long, right? That is when you make the real bank. I gave Thomas Gibson San Diego, a rideshare pro, a shout out on Saturday. He made $780 in one day. And that was 1/3 from private clients and 2/3 from being on the other platforms. That's the only way you're going to make money in this game. But sadly, people sometimes go out, right, and they buy a brand new car, commit to 5-6 years of payment, and quickly find out that they're not earning money on Uber X or Lyft regular. And come November, you're going to earn even less. So if you made that commitment to that Prius or that brand new car, you got to scrape up the extra $1,200 and go and get your private license, right? You got to really do whatever you can to make that office, that car work. And even if it means you go out and spend 2 or 3 months' time to get your real estate license, right? Plug in all those verticals into your rideshare business to maximize your earnings, right? And I highly encourage everyone, Sherelle, Rick, David, Jimmy, Leo, Wicked Hustle Guy, is to set up your own social media platforms. Set them up, your own logo, your own brand. Make sure you know, okay, I signed up with that email. That's the password. and then put it all in a file so you know all of your accounts, your Twitter account, your Instagram account, your TikTok account, your Facebook account, your YouTube account, your Instagram account. You make sure you know exactly how you set them up with which passwords, etc., because it gets really, really crazy once you start getting some traction on social media, right? You've got to really keep a clear mind what's going on. Okay, so cool. I appreciate you all. That was a great session. And we had Keith, who's right now at Lyft headquarters in San Francisco. He's going to send us a lot of pictures there. They did the caravan. Remember, Dave, the Uber slave, also, we briefly had him on the show. They drove all the way up from San Diego to LA to San Francisco. That's hardcore. That's dedication. And now, probably within the next hour, they're going to be moving over to Uber, right? The media are waiting. As you could hear in the background, there were tons of people honking their horns in support. And this is really, really countering the $200 million war chest that they spend to buy your vote, right? David Hunt says, Rick, I'm going to go back to a regular job. Abstract Jimmy says, you only earn the hourly wage while you have a passenger in your car, you see. And that you only find out if you read the entire 25-page yes on 22 proposal, right? There's all these little hidden things built in there that are so freaking misleading, and drivers didn't take the time to read all the propositions, right? So just wanted to share with you how Torsten voted here, right? Statewide propositions on 14 yes, 15 yes, 16 yes, 17 yes, printed this out, 18 yes, 19 yes, 20 no, 21 yes, proposition 22, which we're talking about, no, proposition 23 yes, proposition 24, I'm neutral, I can go either way, proposition 25 yes. Right, and that is after researching, reading who paid for the propositions, who put the propositions on the ballot, what are who's behind it, what lobbyists are behind it, what are they trying to achieve here, right? You got to spend a lot of hours and loving politics as I do, growing up with a father who advised several presidents, which my dad did. I've been passionate about politics since my teens, so I always want to read up. If there are companies involved, who's putting this proposition on the ballot and why? Don Whitmer says, so no pay for driving to pick up passenger. Nada, senor, nada, nothing. If 22 passes, we will only get 30 cents a mile. So yeah, you know, 30 cents a mile. Let me give you an idea. You drive from, this is not a typical trip. I'm just going to try and, because Uber's using the 500-mile example, right? 500-mile example. You drive from LA to Las Vegas and halfway back, 500 miles, right? 7 to 8 hours of driving. What, to make $150? That doesn't include your gas, doesn't include your wear and tear. Ladies and gentlemen, who works for $150, LA to Vegas and halfway back, and you got to refuel once or twice? Not me, not me. So, David Hunt, thank you. Archtime Gamer. Archtime Gamer says Torsten is the Lorax of the rideshare. Well, I'll wear that hat, dude. I'll wear that hat. Here's my original rideshare hat that my little son made for me. He saved up. This, my son did this. My little guy, Ryan, he made me this hat. Exactly. A whore works for that type of money, right? Under 4, we don't haul. Over 5, we might drive, right? But under 4, we don't haul. Maybe at 5, I will drive. Thanks, Archtime Game. I appreciate you. So cool, yeah. A lot of good videos ahead. We're having a lot of stuff coming in as giveaways. Got a lot of merch coming in. A lot of new sponsors signed up, which is great. Keep the money going, keep the money flowing. And a huge, huge shout out to all of those peeps who are at the Caravan Live in San Francisco at Lyft and Uber today. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for getting this message out. I appreciate you. If we could slam, like Dustin says, hit that like button. Sean Smith says, get your CDL and drive trucks for more money. No. I mean, okay, that's not what I would do, but yes, I agree. You'd probably make way, way more money if you got your CDL and drove trucks. But it's a tough job, right? It's a tough job, and you're away from your family a lot, right? If you don't have much of a family and you're more of a loner, single guy, sure. I know a couple of hardcore truckers, great admiration, and they make good money. But that's their life. That's their life, living and sleeping in a truck. That's not what I'm signing up for, right? Sherelle, if yes wins, the multiplier will certainly go away. And I have that literally from an insider, from an employer who wanted to remain anonymous, from a gentleman, that the talk there is, if they get the yes, the multiplier is gone. And with the multiplier right now, Californians are actually making some money, right? Because you're setting and higher, maybe a 2x or a 3x on a Saturday night, and you're getting a better paid trip. Archtime Gamer says, I am the rideshare professor. I speak for the drivers. You are. Okay, I'm gonna give you the hat then. Archtime Gamer says he's the rideshare professor. So Archtime Gamer, I'm gonna send you my cap, and then you can take over my show. Archtime Gamer is gonna run our show now. I like it. Thank you. That'll give me some rest. I'm going to have Archtime Gamer. He says, I'm the rideshare professor. I speak for the drivers. So Archtime Gamer is going to get the hat from me, and then he's going to do some live feeds for us. I can get some rest. I appreciate that. Wicked Hustle Guy says, Sean Smith, the tactic of fight or flee has traditionally been a reaction tactic. What does that actually do towards the situations? Like, what arsehole says you don't like it, then do something else. Okay, got to digest that one first. No, I know. I'm just being sarcastic. Of course, I appreciate that. Archtime Gamer. Alex S is in the house. He says many drivers are believing the scare tactics of Proposition 22 to vote yes, thinking they will be independent contractors. Thank you, Alex. That sums it up, right? Eating the baby food, $180 million. This baby food tastes good. It's got some pear. It's got some peach flavor. Who provided it? Oh, Uber. Oh, let me look at the brand of the baby food. Oh, it's paid by Uber and Lyft. It tastes real good. Delicioso. Alex S., you're right. Many drivers are believing the scare tactics of Prop 22 to vote yes, thinking they will be independent contractors. Mark my words, Alex. If they get the yes, because that's how they vote, they will be looking for other jobs come November or January, because they ain't going to pay their bills. They're going to be so freaking disappointed. We have Rideshare Lisa in the house. Welcome. He says, I know the drivers do not want to be employees, but they forgot that as of January of this year, they're already employees. So now you're just fighting for leverage on the companies. Yeah, and we've got to fight for more and more leverage. That's really very well said, because you got to load up your chips and put in the battle hours to fight for more, right? We can get so much more just settling on this and just saying, okay, well, I vote yes, surrendering my vote to them. That's it. Negotiations are off the table. Believe me, if you get the no vote through, you can really, really start negotiating. You can really make it a given, right, that the multiplier stays. You can start loading your conditions if you have no, because they are at your mercy. And California knows if they get the no, they can bring out more out of this company, get more. The problem is that Uber and Lyft don't want to give up more. They want to give up less, right? So Lisa is completely right? You're fighting for leverage. You're literally fighting for your life. You're fighting for leverage. So Sean Smith, there you go, Wicked. The union or the company won't let you come and go as you please. You have to put in so many hours for benefits. Well, right now, Sean, if you're voting yes, you're getting shit benefits. You got to work your tail off for 30 hours before you start seeing 80% of the benefits. If you're out there doing 20, 24 hours, you're getting zero benefits. So, at least we want a voice at the table. We want to have good health care. We don't want to have Californians bail us out. We got to vote no so that we can fight for a better deal, fight for better leverage. You sign off on yes, you have signed your life away. You have bought the pear baby food. You've bought the peach baby food that Uber and Lyft is branding. And man, for some people, it might taste very, very good. They're addicted to it, right? That is what $200 million can buy you, right? So actual poo-poo benefits, I agree. Those are not benefits. That's hamster food, man. That's hamster food. I ain't work for hamster food. I don't work for cheap peanuts, right? Exactly. Pay IQ boys got to go and pay me well so I can buy my own benefits. There we go. That great solution to that, right? Pay me well so I can actually go out and get my own benefits. Jimmy says common sense isn't very common. That's true. It's very hard to find good common sense. Tony Slaughter says Uber is like the Ike and Tina Turner relationship. Constant beatings. Yep. Constant punishment, constant beating. That was a very, very toxic relationship. Yeah, Archtab Geimer says, read the lyrics to Fear Campaign by Fear Factory. 100% true. Cool. Good. So if we can squeeze in a couple of likes there, end this show. Rock and roll just after 12. Got a lot to do. I so appreciate you. I so appreciate everyone. I appreciate Keith for being on the show. I appreciate Dave, the Uber slave, for being on the show. I appreciate RDU for being on the show. If you missed it, you can go back. Alex says, keep up the great work. You're the voice for all drivers. All the knowledge and information you're putting out there, helping all of us. Thank you, Alex S., for saying that, right? And, you lose a lot of supporters and subscribers by standing up for something, right? But, my show here is not the wishy-washy show, right? I'm not all over the place, yes or no. I heard that, I know Jay Credeau is wanting it both ways. He's suing them, and then he wants to vote yes. Harry, who was no on 22, is apparently yes. You're going to get a consistent message from me, and I do not mind. I have no problem if people get pissed off or aggro, says you've lost me as a subscriber. That's okay. Adios. Have a good day. I don't mind you leaving this channel, right? Because I stay true to my principles, right? I believe in truth. I believe in facts. I believe in research. I believe in more research before I just go out there and blah, 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 or just sign my name away, right? That's what you're getting here. And yes, it has cost me subscribers. That's okay. I have many other channels. I have 12 other channels. 4 of them are monetized, whether it's in real estate or supplements, making my money from multiple streams, right? There, I don't have to, and with real estate, I don't have to argue propositions. But because this is real, because this is in California, because this affects gig workers and drivers, I got to make a choice. Am I going yes or am I going no? Okay. And I decided to go no. Never backtracked, never flip-flopped, always consistent on no, bringing my arguments. And it sometimes means headbutting and banging heads. Boom, which I don't mind. Loving in a good rugby game. Boom, headbutt the guy. Works very, very well. If your arms are tied up and somebody has you in a lock, headbutt them. Here, make sure you headbutt them. And headbutt them on the nose so it bleeds, because it really, really hurts. So you got to brawl. You got to bring the street fight out here, which I'm prepared to do. Prepared to brawl, right? We've got to do it. So Alex S. says, keep doing what you're doing. Exactly. It doesn't matter if everyone agrees with me. I'm okay with it. I sleep very, very well. I have an amazing, amazing family, amazing wife, amazing 5 kids, and I'm enjoying life. enjoy my vacations. I enjoy my quality time. And I will not be a slave to anyone's rhythm. No. Independently my own boss, and whatever I can take from my history, my learnings, my education, if I can pass it on and in some way, just in some minute way, enrichen your day, enrichen your life, make a difference in your life, I've achieved my goal. So Rick Nelson, Rick Nelson, where are we? Are we in California? How was that drive, buddy? How many hours did you take from Texas to California? How many hours? Exactly. Jimmy says we can disagree and still respect each other, 100%. And I would also really hope that applies for politics, right? That, Republicans, Democrats can disagree with one another, but I still got to respect my fellow member, no matter where I stand, as a Democrat or as a Republican. Why? Because he's an American. He's a human being. I have to respect that he's here on the same planet with me. Don't have to always agree we don't always have to have common ground on topics, but we have to live side by side and respect each other. Rick Nelson says back since 6 a.m. yesterday. And how long did that whole round trip take? Did you sleep over in a motel, or did you get some hours of sleep in your car? We'll send pics of car. Yeah, do. Please. Are you happy with your new car, Rick? Is that the Mazda? Which car is that? I think you told me about a Mazda. IQ boy, so true. Rick, do share. Was that what car is it? Was it a smooth, easy drive? How was the gas usage? Are you happy? Just waiting on Rick there. All right, Rick's. Daniel Sanchez is in the house. Welcome you. He said, I noticed a lot of drivers are abusing the multiplier and moved on to Lyft. It would be better if they're more smart about it and know when the right time to use it. Because of that, a lot are moving to Lyft. Yep. Very true statement. Stephen Lopez is in the house. I enjoy watching your videos, even though I haven't driven in a couple of years. You keep it real, brother, and I appreciate you, brother, because real people hang out here, and that's, no matter what your background, no matter where you come from, love and respect the brothers and sisters in this room. Always great to hang out with you guys and chit chat, share, and grow together. Now, both the ladies here are in the house. Hi. They are about to cook a meal. Come and just say hi quickly. Pop in your heads. We have Gwen in the house. She says hi, and they did the hair in this like fancy. What is this fancy schwancy thing?
It's just Dutch braid.
Dutch braid. Okay, you got to teach me how to do that. And then we've got Mrs. Miss Danu in the house.
I'm still in my PJs.
She's still in her PJs. Why? Because they're not at school. They're in Zoom, so they can just stay in their PJs, right? Yep. Life is good. Alrighty. Thanks, Danu. Yep. Sherelle says hi. Daniel says typo. I meant passengers. LOL. Cool. Got it. Thank you. Don says I went to the Santa Ana Uber Hub and was surprised to get PPE. Wow. You actually scored some PPE. Awesome. PPE. Did they give you these? Did they give you K95s? Did they give you the regular ones? Did they give you sanitizer? What did you score there? Good to know, right? Good to know that anybody in Orange County, whether you're in Anaheim, Fullerton, Newport Beach, Costa Mesa, Hunting Beach, boom, Santa Ana's got PPE. Depends for how long. Rick Nelson says, oh yeah, need some minor work going to Reuben on Monday. Cool. Good. And that's a Mazda? Cool. Good. I just got a very, very nice message from South Africa. BB Jung Stuffix in the house. I didn't retract that message. That must have been YouTube. Hey family, and he's waving. Thank you. Good to see you, buddy. Tony says my glasses fog up. Alrighty. All right, guys. I thank you. I wish you, what are we on Thursday? We got Friday tomorrow, and then the weekend starts, right? So enjoy your Thursday, everyone. Don says, I got everything. Masks, gloves, disinfectant, and hand sanitizer. That's like, dude, you hit like a treasure chest there in Santa Ana. That is amazing. Santa Ana Uber Hub came through for you. Hallelujah. Exactly. All right. 2008 Mazda 5. How many miles? That's a good car. They're really, really good cars. I retracted and resent. All good, my friend. Cool, everyone. Hey, can anybody squeeze one more like out there so we can make it 25? One more. Uno, por favor. Eins bitte. Un, s'il vous plaît. Whoa! Actually got 3 there. How amazing. Thank you. 28. Appreciate you guys. So be safe. Stay safe. Disinfect your car during trips. Make sure you got your masks on. Make sure you're doing everything to stay safe. I want everyone to get through to 2021, right? All got to get through this together. And then, oh, wow. Are those for me?
Yeah, with you.
Wow. No, I'll grab it right here because I am so hungry. Look what I got. I got a little snack, a healthy snack. Pears. 29. Thank you for getting it up to 29. Much appreciated. Oh, some food in the system. We did a solid 1 hour and 6 minutes. Again, thank you, Keith. Again, thank you, Dave, Uber Slave. Thank you, Robin Hood, for reporting live from San Francisco. Thanks to all the people that drove from San Diego to LA and all the way up to San Francisco because they are standing up for something. They're standing up for their fellow brothers and sisters in the gig world, in the rideshare industry. Tony Slaughter says, drink milk. I don't drink like cow's milk. I just drink that like almond milk, right? Got 30 likes. I love it. You know, the soy milk. That's the one I like. But it's healthy. Tony says, if police pull me over, I get a ticket. No, we don't want you to get a ticket. Rick Nelson, 160,000. So that car is good for 300,000 miles, that Mazda 5. What do you have to get fixed, Rick? And tell Ruben to give you a good rate. Oh, yeah, the bone strengthening stuff. The best one on the market is Jarrow. The best. It's called Bone Up. There it is. The best product on the market. By far. And I know that because I've been in the natural supplement field for a long, long time. Jarrow has superior brands. So quick shout out. To my one sponsor, Kova. Next shout out. To LegalRideshare.com in Chicago. Great peeps. And another shout out to Australia. To Yasha and his crew. Hey, Flip. Mohammed Khalil walked in last minute as I'm going out. Says, greetings. Called Legal Rideshare about accident in January 2017. I had basic PLPD explained to me. If I had full cover, they would have helped. Awesome. And you tell them that Rideshare Professor sent you, okay? That always helps me, makes me look good. if I send them people, and I want you to collect. I want you to get money. I want you to get paid for the injuries, for your car. Get the money. Let them go fighting for you. They're very aggressive. They're very dynamic. As we wind it down, topic of the day, real full-time drivers are voting no on Prop 22. So should you. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Mohammed. I appreciate you, buddy. Sherelle, Lyft is giving free partitions to drivers. Maybe I'll start Lyft driving again. Cool. If they're giving free partitions to good drivers, it's fantastic. I do have a, for an XL or a sedan, for an SUV, I do have a partition here. They are $99 new. To my subscribers, I would let it go for $50, and I'll pick up the shipping. I have one left. Scott Tucker wanted it, but he bailed out. But if anybody wants, I have one more rideshare petition for an XL. They're $99. You can look it up at Ride Guard. It's the XL one. Not making the prices up. You can check and verify on the website. They're $99, and I'll let it go for $50, and I'll pick up the shipping. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. Goodbye. Have a great day. Can you put it on my tab? Sure, I'll put it on your tab. I like it. Put it on my tab. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of colorful hearts. Much appreciated. LOL. I love it. Enjoy the humor. Keep it real. And see you soon. Thank you, everyone. And to the peeps in the other stream, hey, Ramos, I just see you're in the other stream. Have a great day. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you. Muchas gracias. Have a good one. Mr. Ramos. Okay, here we go. Ending that stream.